Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS Inform. The 12 Days of Christmas happen tomorrow. What is it? We'll find out, and how the Community Foundation of Dubois County helps those in need. Joining us in the studio is Clayton Boyles. Clayton is the director of the Dubois County Community Foundation, the DCCF.
Yes.
And also joining us is the associate director, and that is Nona Baker. And we're going to talk about, let's talk about the Community Foundation and how the money is raised, or how because you had a great year.
I did.
What are some of the things that have happened? And then we'll get to this 12 Days of Christmas where you can help out a teacher. So stay with us.
Yeah, sure. So 2019, continued great year at the Community Foundation. We talk numbers once in a while, and I think it's important at the end of the year to highlight where we've been. We usually on a typical year can average $2 to $2.5 million worth of contributions that come in. This year I think we're going to be closing in at north of $4 million. Which is just amazing. It's an amazing number because we have amazing people within our community that continue to partner with the Community Foundation, which that's where the bulk of our dollars are raised from, is loyal, consistent donors that trust the Community Foundation, that have a passion that they would like to continue to support. The uptick in contributions comes from a couple different places. We had quite a few estate gifts that came through that were realized in 2019 that came through at the Community Foundation, and that was collectively a little over $500,000. And then third, which I think hopefully will happen more and more, is we can start to become a really good succession planning partner for private foundations that are local within our county, whether they be private family foundations or corporate foundations. There's a lot of administration that we have to do as a community foundation to be in compliance, to do the right financial audit and returns, those things, the investment, the CPA, the legal costs of running a community foundation. The same has to be done on the private foundation side, and because that's smaller scale, a lot of the administration becomes a little bit more burdensome at times too. And so what we're trying to do is, when it's the right time for a family or a corporation to say, hey, I don't want to administer all of the back end stuff any longer. I still want to be involved in my philanthropy. I still want to be involved in what my family or my company is doing, but I just want to be on the fun end of things, the grant making. Then that's where we come in to be a great succession plan. So we received and partner with a private foundation to become a new endowment with the Community Foundation. That family is still going to be very involved with the foundation and their fund. They just don't have to worry about all the back-end office paperwork like they once did.
So you make it easy to do that.
Hopefully so. We make it easy for donors to be able to talk about the passion that they care about, and use our Community Foundation vehicle as a way that they can give to charities that they've probably already been giving to throughout their life. We're the sustainable long-term partner that hopefully they will connect with along the line within their charitable desires and activities.
Now we're going to talk specifically about the 12 Days of Giving, which is money that's going to go to education, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But first, that's not the only thing you've done. That's just kind of how you're wrapping up your year. You've given so much throughout the year. Talk a little bit about the grants that have gone out this year.
We've made a lot of grants, well over 500 grants, totaling over $1.8 million this year. So, and that's a very robust year for grant making, and that supports causes and organizations all across Dubois County and doing what they do for our community.
And you really touch a lot of different lives. You may help firefighters get the equipment they need to outfit a firefighter. You may be helping an organization that is doing good work with maybe people who are abused to continue the work that they do. So a little bit of everything.
Absolutely. We've had the opportunity to partner, for example, with SIRS, which is Southern Indiana Resource Solutions, on expanding their facility for their day programming for individuals with disabilities. We've been able to partner with the town of Holland on their park. They're going to have a new splash pad there, and they've upgraded their campground. There will be a new North Side Park in the city of Huntingburg. Some great opportunities to partner with different organizations and help support what they do.
Now, we're about to announce we're just going to do it. Let's just go right to what we're going to do.
Exciting stuff.
Tomorrow is the 12 Days of Giving, which is different than the way you've done 12 Days of Giving in the past. So this year it's going to be a little different. What is and why is it one day? How is it working one day? Talk about the 12 Days of Giving, which is on Wednesday, December 18th, tomorrow. How is that working?
5 years ago, we decided to celebrate our community grant making and the Fund for Dubois County, which is the collective unrestricted endowments that make grants possible within our community. 12 Days of Giving started out 5 years ago, and including this year, we'll have granted well over $100,000 as just part of this program alone. In the preceding 4 years, we've granted to many nonprofit organizations and supported with an unrestricted grant, which is an important piece of it because very rarely do nonprofits have the opportunity to receive funding that they can use for whatever they need. A lot of funding is tied to specific purposes or projects. So in the 12 Days of Giving program, we really changed our focus this year, really sharpened our focus, and decided to make some big impact in education. We have a passion for education within the Community Foundation, within Dubois County. We support our educators and what they do for our youth, and we decided to pass on that unrestricted portion of what this program means by awarding 5 grants to 5 teachers from each county school corporation and Holy Trinity. They'll receive a $5,000 grant that they can use for any purpose that they need in their classroom.
Wow, that is significant for teachers. This is
We're
not the school
excited.
that's getting it. This is the teacher themselves to
The
use
teacher
in
will
that school.
use those funds, whatever they need for their classroom specifically.
Because there may be a class that doesn't take kids to see a certain project because they can't afford it.
Certainly.
And a lot of teachers take money out of their own pocket to help kids in different ways.
Every day.
So how is this going to work? Do these teachers know who they are? Do they have to do something, or is this something that the public is doing?
This is all about public engagement and helping our community be able to acknowledge the teachers and the current teachers in the community schools and Holy Trinity that make an impact every day in the lives of our students. So tomorrow at 7 a.m. there will be a post on our Facebook page that you will have the opportunity to click on a link. It will take you to a short form that you'll be able to indicate the name of the teacher, where they teach, and just a brief sentence or two why you want to recommend them to be considered for this opportunity. And then that will happen all day until 6 p.m. People can share that Facebook post, so because the link will still be there and they can click on that link and make their nomination. And then at 6 p.m. we'll count and we'll determine all the teachers that were nominated, and then the next day we'll have a Facebook Live event at 6 p.m. and select a teacher at random from each school corporation.
So that Facebook Live event will be Thursday
at
19th.
The 19th at 6 p.m.
Okay. But tomorrow, the 18th, from
is
7 a.m.
the
to 6 p.m.
nominations.
Do I need to go and, if I like a teacher, nominate them 100 times, or how
One
do
time.
you want that to happen? Okay,
Just
one time.
you can nominate more than one teacher, but just nominate one teacher one time.
Okay.
So an individual can nominate multiple teachers. They can nominate just one. That's completely up to the individual, but just one teacher should be nominated one time by an individual.
Okay, so if I have a Facebook account and my wife does not, I can let her vote through my Facebook account on a
Sure.
teacher
Sure,
she'd like.
you're
Okay.
clicking on the link.
There's 2 ways that you can access the link. Our Facebook page, which will have it right up front and center. The other is to visit our Community Foundation website, which is dccommunityfoundation.org. It will be about halfway down on our front homepage in a news release that you can click on the link. And again, it's a simple form asking the teacher's name, what school corporation and school they teach at, a little bit about why you're nominating, and then we are asking that you put the name of who you are as who the nominator is. It kind of gives us a little filtering aspect to make sure that Bill Potter's not nominating the same person 15 times. But either way, the point of nominations, the more nominations a teacher gets, the better chance they have to be selected at random. So better odds if you have more names in there.
But not necessarily a popularity contest.
Nope.
You
No.
And so you don't have to have a Facebook account.
Nope.
You can go to your website
the
and do it that
website.
way as
Website
well.
or
Okay.
Facebook.
Okay.
That's right.
And then I
Absolutely.
guess Friday, after you've made your selections on Thursday, you're going to go around and make these presentations?
Yeah.
We're going to hook the reindeer antlers and the big red nose on the Foundation Company car, and our team is going to visit each school and each teacher and present them with their grant and take lots of photos and share those, and be able to see some bright, shiny faces of the students that those grants will actually benefit.
So it will help teachers be better teachers or provide better services for kids in school, because sometimes you just simply can't afford it. This is a nice way too, because it's unrestricted. There's no real rules here.
Yeah, no rules.
Up to the teacher.
It is. It's full discretion of the teacher. We hope they're creative with it. We hope they're innovative. It could be for some basic needs. It could be for something that the teachers had on their want list or wish list for years to come, and they just haven't been able to get there. It could be used all at one time. It could be used over a couple years. We are going to be very flexible with how they use the funds. We're going to give 5 grant checks, and we certainly want to know how it's used, but we don't have some preconceived thought of what it will be. We're very supportive and have a lot of trust and confidence in our teachers within our community. Want to make sure that they have the equipment they need to be able to be the best they can be.
It's neat that the Community Foundation changing things up a bit with the 12 Days of Christmas and touching education, which touches all the kids, which is really our future.
Absolutely.
It's difficult. This is our 5th year. It's difficult to continue to refresh 12 Days of Giving, and so this one was a big hard turn left as far as what we've typically been doing. We've had a lot of great thoughts already so far in support of this. Looking forward to seeing how many votes we get, how many shares. Again, this is a public engagement piece for the Community Foundation in our county to not only understand what the Community Foundation does, but also to highlight areas within our community that people need to know more about, think about, and maybe support long term. Because think about if others could just give to teachers to be able to support their classrooms. Be pretty impactful.
What if you don't know the first name of the teacher? Because a lot of times the kids may not even know who their teacher's really first name is. It may
Mrs. or Mr.
Yeah,
So-and-so,
right.
absolutely.
Is that still okay? As long as you identify the school, that'll help you to track that down.
Absolutely.
Identify
We'll
that.
communicate with school administration and make sure we have the details on current teachers that actually have classrooms and curriculum and so on. So as many of us have great stories about teachers that have impacted our lives, these are current classroom grants, so they are for current teachers.
And you can do that simply tomorrow, Wednesday, the 18th of December, from 7 a.m.
To 6
p.m. And this is just Dubois County Schools and Holy Trinity, right?
Correct.
And so you go to your Facebook page or to your website,
Right.
and you just click on the link, a name, why, what school they're at, and your name if you can, and that's that simple.
That's
It's
it.
simple.
Submit.
Less than a minute, and you could really make an impactful grant and a difference within a classroom. So, minute of your time. Check out our website. Check out our Facebook page. Learn a little bit more about the Community Foundation in our county while you're at it. Thanks for the support that our county's already given us and the engagement we have. It's just a special time of year, so want to be able to give out some dollars and award some grants in an impactful way. It's a special way. It's a unique way. Looking forward to seeing it happen.
And you say some dollars. $25,000 is a pretty good amount of money.
It's a pretty good
It
amount.
goes a long way.
And for a teacher, $5,000 to use in that classroom is going to be significant.
Absolutely.
All right, remember, tomorrow, place your vote, or I'm not really saying you're voting.
Nomination.
Your
Nominate.
nomination.
Sure.
Yeah, or register, I guess, in a way, you register your teacher to win the big scholarship or the big prize that the Dubois County Community Foundation is giving. And the website, again, is
dccommunityfoundation.org.
pretty easy. Or go to the website, the Facebook page, just do a search on Facebook if you're not sure.
Dubois County Community Foundation.
Well, Clayton and Nona, thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks,
you, Bill.
Bill.
And happy holidays.
Thank you.
Merry
Merry
Christmas to you.
Christmas.
Thank you for watching 18 WJTS. We are local people watching local people.